What's going on YouTube? Just your friendly neighborhood young Chevy truck trying to bring you guys another video today. And today, in this video, I want to dress up my TH400 and get it ready for install. I'm trying to do every little thing that it takes. You know, like the shifter bracket and, you know, all the little stuff on the outside of the transmission. You know, like the speedo cable housing and all that stuff. I'm trying to get that stuff completed so that the TH400 can go in the truck tomorrow, or possibly the next day right after that. Hopefully tomorrow. But yeah, that's the plan. So torque converter, like I said, speedo cable, the mount on the back of the transmission. It's something else that I'm forgetting. I forget what it is. But yeah, it's another thing. But you'll see it in the title, and the thumbnail, all that. The whole point is just to get the TH400 ready for install in this video. So let's go ahead and get it done. Yeah, that finish is or that finish I was telling you about.
Yeah.
That's actually nice. I hope it lasts. It's not like anybody's gonna see it, but you know.
Right.
The thought that counts. So, would you look at that? I don't know. It's two separate.
And nor did I.
Oh yeah, that works just fine.
Some of the viewers at home are going, why don't they just...
There's always a couple of them that's just like, why don't they just spin around, do a backflip, jump up and down? Like, I don't know. You just gotta be there sometimes, exactly. You know, like, to understand where we're coming from.
Gotta be there. All that, why don't they just, is for another chapter.
Alright y'all, the new TH400 is out. It's nice to see it. The finish on it is way better than I thought it would be. Not like it matters because nobody's going to see it, but you know, it's still nice either way. But I think because we have a TH400, all we need is these two brackets. All the other things are basically invalidated at this point. All the other weird things that they put in this kit, I don't think we need any of that. According to the diagram, it's just this one. And then this one right here to hold the cable in place while it moves this back and forth. Looks like it's already in part, I think. This has got to be how it goes. Just like this. Yep. Just like this in these two places. With these two bolts right here. I'm just trying to make sure they can see it, but just like that. Alright y'all, so the bracketry is together. And I don't know why my torque wrench didn't click. I could have swore 23 foot-pounds. It should have clicked by that time with the, you know, how far I was turning. Like, it should have clicked by then because 23 foot-pounds is not a lot. But I just figured I'd go ahead and stop right there. And if I need to tighten it more, or if it comes loose or something, I'll keep my eye on it. Of course, when you do these types of things, you do what you got to do. Start it up, run it, you know, test drive or whatever. And then of course you go back underneath and you check and make sure everything is still together. So that's what I'll have to do. In this case, I'll have to check and make sure that that is still on and together, because if it comes loose, it will be a pain. It will be a pain because wherever you are, you're probably just gonna have to shut it off and wait for a bolt or a tow truck. Or maybe I should just buy a whole bunch of bolts this exact size and keep those with me. See, that's some roadkill thinking right there. Now, as I said before, I am taking the old vacuum modulator off of here. Or I'm taking the old one off of the old transmission. And I'm gonna put it on the new one just because I like how the old one was set. It was set to shift really, really hard. And that's what I want. I want it to shift kind of hard. So I'm keep that same energy with this setup. I'm going to use the one from the old transmission because it's red and it's more tactical. Something that I thought y'all might think is kind of interesting. But look at how much play that this transmission has in the tail shaft, or in the output shaft. Not a lot. Feels like it wants to come back to the same spot. Pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty on there. So let's go look at mine. My other one. Quite a bit more. Not a lot, but enough to make a little back and forth noise inside the transmission. Yeah, it's quite a bit of movement. So as to put the stall mount with radius toward rear vehicle. Vacuum modulator is done. As I said before, trans mount's done. The whole bracketry system, is bracketry a word? Anyway, the bracketry system for the gated shifter, the B&M shifter, the brackets are together. Those are the only two brackets you need, I think, supposedly, right now for TH400. So yeah, everything is together except for the torque converter, and I'm just a little weirded out by the torque converter process because I've never done it before, and I know I have the understanding that if I get it wrong, then things ain't gonna be right. So, and then you're gonna have to take transmission out all over again. So you got to really make sure that you do this right the first time. But I'm waiting to hear 3 clunks, and also they said that the torque converter should be recessed into the bell housing about 1 inch. So when it's actually fully in the transmission. So I'm tired. I'm just gonna do it. Let's get on with it. Oh, and you also have to prime it. You got to put a quart of trans fluid in there. And I couldn't find what was recommended, but in the instructions they said that any like good quality trans fluid is acceptable. You don't have to use what they recommend. Any like good quality trans fluid is acceptable. So yeah. Alright y'all, here's the new converter. As I've stated before, in the instructions for the converter, they recommend Hughes part number HP400 fluid for it because it's some kind of special and blah 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 blah. But they also say right after that that any good quality fluid would do. So they didn't have that part number HP400 whatever fluid at Summit Racing, and I don't really feel like waiting to purchase anything, but this was actually on the suggested parts list when you buy this converter. So if it's on the suggested parts list, I figured it'd be good. That's what I chose. For those people who are, I don't know, taking notes on what I do, this is what was recommended, so this is what I'm using. Aha! Ha! That's how you do it. Little by little. Thank you. Alright. So, I don't know if you guys can see that, but the 2 notches that we got, one at the 7 o'clock position and then another at the 1 o'clock position. So I kind of have to eyeball it here on the torque converter as I'm installing this thing. But I think I'm good to go. I think I'm good to go ahead and put a quart in this thing and try to install it. Not try, but do install it. Something I did also is probably extra, but I just measured this little situation to make sure it fits inside of the flex plate that I have on my motor. And so, yep, that's it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and drop a quart in this thing. Okay, so they say to make sure you got about a quart of ATF in there, right? They don't say anything about the fact that you got to pour and then wait about 20 to 30 seconds before it actually settles down into the converter and all the bubbles come out. So you got to sit here and kind of pour and wait until you got a quart in there. So it did say about, like approximately or whatever. So yeah, that's what we're gonna go with. It's about a quart in there. And of course, leave it to me to spill it all over the place. But yeah, we got the job done so far. Now it's time for the main event. Trying to seat this thing into the transmission so I can go to sleep. One clump. That's one. Hey, side note. Anybody who played Red Dead Redemption and when you rob the bank, you trying to break into the code, the lock on the safe. Yeah, I'm gonna take it back off and try it. Just so I can see where I'm at. And of course I'm spilling trans fluid all over the place. When I start it up, it's probably going to spit residuals everywhere, but whatever. You're just not doing anything. It's not supposed to be this difficult. Alright, y'all, I think I'm at a point where I'm tired and I feel like I'm missing something obvious as I work. You know that point of tired where you feel like you just, like you don't notice it, but you missing something. You're missing things. You're not operating at the optimal levels, right? That's the kind of tired I am. Like I feel like I can keep working, but I also feel like I might be missing something that that's, you know, that would be obvious to me if I wasn't as tired. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it off right here. I was actually gonna end the video right here, but I decided to keep it going. So make sure you like the video and stay tuned. Alright, y'all, last night I feel like I was too tired to process really obvious information. So when that happens, I just try to just stop and then come back tomorrow. So that's what I'm doing. I'll go ahead and put the torque converter in and we'll conclude this video. Ah. See, this is what happens when you get rest. Because yesterday, this was not happening. Wait, I think that's 2 clumps. I think there's one more. I think there's one more. No, I think that's it. Wait, no, it's too much space behind here. No, it's too much space. It can't be it. Huh. I think it's got one more clunk left. And it looks like it's, well, you know, it's not really an inch in. They said an inch recessed behind the bell housing, and then it's pretty much in. Because I can put all my fingers back here. And I know that's not supposed to be the case. So, recessed quite a bit, but it just doesn't feel seated on the back though. Like, I just didn't think that this much room would be in here, but this is also a smaller converter, like it's a lot smaller than the other one. And the other one is massive in comparison. Ouch. Yeah. We haven't even done no work yet and I'm already getting hurt. Alright y'all, so I done called in for backup because I think my torque converter is in. Like, I'm waiting for like 3 clunks, but I feel like the first one was like super faded and I couldn't even hear it. The second one I could hear distinctly, and then the third one, I'm already there. That's what I think. And I think on Roadkill they said that if you hear the front pump click when you turn it, then you're there. But I don't know, let's call him for backup and let's see what he thinks. And the backup came with the polo shirt and all, bro.
Have no fear. Tony B is here.
The muscle. We called in for backup for the muscle.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So what do you think here, brother? I think it's on.
Let me see. Let's see.
Cause it looks like it's on, but you can get your hand behind it though. And I didn't know if like you can get your hand back there then.
This is so weird though, cause it's a whole different transmission than what I know.
Yeah.
Cause you know I'm used to being with the Turbo 350.
Mm-hmm.
That is so weird.
But like they said, if it's recessed in there by an inch,
Yeah.
then you should be good.
Yeah. No lie.
Cause it's in there. Like
That's in there. That's an inch, bro.
Yeah.
That's an inch, bro. I think you good, man. I think you.
Cause I was over here like putting my hand behind it. Like I can get my hand all the way around it.
Yeah. So where your other one? Where your old one?
Right there.
So
I don't think it's in.
That's a whole
though.
different torque converter too, though.
Yeah.
That's a bigger side. That's what's throwing me off, cause that torque converter,
small.
that's a small torque converter.
Yeah.
We're used to the big stock
The
torque
boats.
converter. Yeah. We used to the big daddies. This is a whole different monster here.
Yep.
I think you good, man.
Yeah.
Cause like, yeah, I think you good, G. I don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah, hopefully we good.
I think we good. I mean, what? Cause like, I did what you've been doing.
Yeah.
For like the past hour.
So just going back and forth, just.
Turn left.
Boy, I was like, who came up behind us, man? Wow.
I was about to say, move out the way, cause
man, boy, I got scared there for a minute, man.
Hey man, I know my house so well.
Yeah.
I could tell if someone's walking up the driveway.
Okay, yeah, you know.
I could tell, and then no shadow.
Oh, okay.
No shadow. So I could tell.
I got you.
I could tell.
You.
But I think it's good, bro. Especially when you look at it from the side.
Yeah, it's good, man. Ain't no way, because if it go any further, it's not gonna get in contact with the flywheel.
Yeah.
Or the what you call it? Ain't it flywheel? I can't remember what it is. It's not flywheel, but
flex plate.
Flex plate. Yeah. It's not gonna be able to hook up with a flex plate. Because if we go any further, it's gonna be pretty much pulling it back out. Yeah. You know, when we put the bolts in. Yeah. So that's good, man. And
they said even you might have to pull it back out just a little bit.
Just a little bit, yeah. Yep, for sure.
Well, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and close out this video, y'all. I really appreciate y'all watching. Make sure y'all like the video, comment on the video, share the video, all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, we're ready to get the transmission in. So make sure y'all stay tuned for the next one. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.
Go twerk some.